This video is sponsored by the award-winning Daily Market Movements trading platform. To open a live or demo account, simply visit dmmtradingplatform.com. Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analysing the Nasdaq100 futures chart. Just before I start today's video, anyone who's interested in joining my free analysis group over on Telegram, then please do not hesitate to scan this QR code on your screen. But let's start here by looking at the Nasdaq100. The Nasdaq100 is currently trading at 11,555. We're down around 0.36% on the day, adding to yesterday's losses where we lost 1.33% as traders returned to their trading desks after last week, which was a very muted week with regards to volatility and movement in the volume traded in the broad stock market thanks to Thanksgiving. But now that traders are back, we have a very big week ahead of us. We hear from Jerome Powell tomorrow. So he's going to probably give a slight insight as to what he's thinking at this moment in time with regards to inflation, the jobs market, etc. And I think his thoughts are going to be very similar to what they were during the press conference not so long ago. But of course, going into next week, we have the CPI reading. We have the Fed minutes that's coming shortly afterwards as well. So sorry, I don't think that's next week. I think it's the week after. No, it is next week. Sorry. So yeah, some very big days ahead of us here in the stock market, and I feel like the market is just looking for a catalyst for us to go in either direction, whether it be towards the upside or the downside. And I must say, I still favour a move higher here. I feel like we could go and retest the swing highs up at that 0.5 fib area, which currently sits at 12,086. I am a believer that we are going to probably go and test the 200-day EMA, which is currently up at around 12,400, 12,500. I feel like this downtrend that we've been trading in for the whole year still needs a back test. I feel like this is only half of the gains that have occurred so far. I think it's very important that you shouldn't forget that the next 2 to 3 weeks are very bullish from a seasonal perspective. That's right. So going into mid next month up to the 15th of next month, that's where the markets are expected to peak out. And it's quite interesting as well because we have seen the market top out on several occasions halfway through the month, and the perfect example is the 16th of August. Even this nice little rally we had here was pretty much mid-October. We kind of topped out, and then going back to March was towards the end of a month. But the 16th of August, we have seen the market top out on several occasions. Same here in September, we had that nice spike. And then, of course, on the 14th of September, we then continued our move lower. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a peak around the midway point of next month. And that could potentially become a selling opportunity. I'm not saying that you might want to, sell into the Nasdaq100 hoping that it will go lower, but it might be a fantastic opportunity to trim some of your positions, especially after this lovely bounce that has occurred so far in the Nasdaq100 since that CPI reading we had on the 13th of October. So these are things that need to be thought about as we go into the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm still looking for that move higher. I've said to my YouTube channel, my Signal group, and my free analysis group that any dip that occurs here in the Nasdaq100 should be bought, and I see this as no different. Just before we finish the video, I also want to talk about the 10-year yield. We're having a move higher today, up at 3.739%. But if we break this 0.382 fib area, which currently sits at 3.636%, then we are likely probably to go down a little bit lower, down towards around 3.422%. And if that happens, of course, that's going to be bullish for the stock market. And then last but not least, it's all about the dollar as well. Again, the dollar's having some joy today, trading in the green. Yesterday, we were trading in the green as well as we bounced off this 200-day EMA. If we were to see this break down and break below the 200-day EMA, and furthermore break below the swing lows that have occurred over the past couple of weeks, that would be very, very bearish for the dollar story, but that would be very bullish for the earnings story, of course. So just to kind of find some potential targets here for the dollar, we're pretty much bouncing off that 0.382 fib area, but a break below there would then send us to that 0.5 area at 101, and that of course would open up a door for further stock gain. So that's what I'm keeping my eyes on here: the dollar, the 10-year yields, and of course the broader stock market as a whole. But hopefully this 50-day moving average can hold, and we will see a bounce and a retarget of that 12,086 area here in the Nasdaq 100, as we are still trading in a very bullish seasonal time period. As the old saying goes, it's time for the Santa Claus rally to take place.